Welcome to the friendly confines of West Geauga High School here in beautiful Chesterland, Ohio, as the 8-8, 5-2 West Geauga Wolverines are taking on and hosting the 10-3, 7-0 Perry Pirates in a huge Chagrin Valley Conference Chagrin Division showdown. Cameron Palmer, AA, Anthony Alford here with you this evening on the call. AA, we're getting ready to tip off tonight. Get ready for the starting lineups. What are some first half thoughts?
Well, you know what? I think something we talked about going in, both of these teams, and it seems, we joked, it's like, okay, this is kind of surface level, but getting off to a hot start, both of these teams. Of course, Perry, I'll tell you what, they're having a phenomenal season. Of course, a tough loss to Minter the other day, but before that, starting 2026, the calendar year, with 3 straight wins. And then West G already doubling their win total from last year. So really, it's all about momentum. It's about that belief that you can get things going from the start, and you'll be good to go.
Absolutely. And you mentioned the fast start. How about Perry Jr., Mia Lynch, and the fast start on December 16th against this West Geauga team in Perry, the kind of game that she had and the night that she had overall, with a 39-point, 15-rebound, double-double, leading her Pirates to a 65-59 win at home.
Huge. And you talked about it, and you did a great job, Cameron, covering the game for ChagrinValleyConference.com. The first go-around, double-double, monster numbers, and she's going to have an impact there in the paint throughout. So really it's her leadership. But something worth mentioning, too, Perry has multiple ladies who can create offense for them. So it's going to be key for West G to really, again, come out strong and kind of limit the happenings with the bigs. Something interesting, too, Cameron, you pointed out that from the first game that was interesting, no three-pointers, I believe, was made from the first game from Perry. And they won the game. They had that good start. So it's going to be very interesting to see how both of these teams kind of play this out.
We're going to take a quick break, and we'll send it on down to the floor for starting lineups tonight on CVC TV.
Of standards, competition, and relations with member schools. All in attendance tonight are reminded that this is a game between friendly rivals and that good sportsmanship is expected by everyone. The officials assigned to tonight's contest have been selected and assigned according to procedures adopted by the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Their experience and integrity qualify them for this very important role in this interscholastic contest. At this time, please stand, gentlemen, with your hats for the playing of our national anthem. At this time, let's meet our starters from visiting Perry High School. Starting junior number 3, Pete Winters. Starting guard, freshman number 11, Aubrey Hopkins. Starting forward, number 11, Maya Lynch. Starting sophomore, number 33, Sophie Serrano. Starting sophomore, number 44, Emily Heckman. And now let's meet your starters for your West Geauga Wolverines.
Welcome back to CVC TV. You've got the starting lineups. You know the names. We're getting ready for a first place battle here in the Chagrin Division as the West Geauga Wolverines are in the hunt to take down the undefeated in-conference play Perry Pirates. AA, some final thoughts before we get into tip-off?
Tell you what, it's pretty exciting, a little nervous energy here today, but both teams, they're locked in ready. They both look great during the warm-ups. And we'll see how it all plays out. Again, got to get off to a hot, fast start. And you mentioned it, Cam, consistency as this thing gets going.
Emily Meckenbauer, Phelan Beckress to tip. Meckenbauer wins the jump, and we are underway. Meckenbauer over to Sophie Sivan. Out to Winners, thought about it. Drives, kicks it right back to Sivan, who drives. Bounces underneath to Winners. Had a good look underneath, but backs it out. Very good ball movement on this first possession, AA.
And that's what you want. And watch the inside.
Mia Lynch with a great dump pass underneath to Meckenbauer, who scores as the Pirates take the lead with 7:27 to go here in this first quarter.
And that's the kind of game that Perry wants to work. They're going to have to see West G kind of respond inside there in the paint.
Aubrey Sens on the drive, ran into a wall named Emily Meckenbauer and travels. A good first two possessions offensively and defensively for the Perry Pirates.
And Meckenbauer did a great job, too, not leaving her feet, standing tall, created a travel.
Savannah, great lead pass, breaking that West Geauga press. He gets back, throws it right back to Winners, who thought about it. Meckenbauer up top. Over to Savan, who thinks, fires, and hits. Sophie Savan with the three and a 5-0 Pirates start.
That's a great shot, and can't leave them, can't give them that much space.
Now the Pirates are an exquisite three-point shooting team as Sens, through a contact, almost got the roll. Savan the board, gets tied up.
Good steal.
Sens comes away with it as Hopkins and Sens are fighting for it on the ground, and the jump ball will stay with West Geauga.
And again, it's those little things. Again, both coaches talking about playing a full 32 minutes. Your defense sometimes becomes your greatest offense if you're getting after the ball.
Beckress had to throw the outlet pass to Sens. West Geauga trying to run a play, stop the early bleeding offensively.
Got to have your offense kind of move around. Good screen. Start moving around, creating options.
Good cut there by Boers as Beckress hits Mason in the corner. She misses long. It's Rachel Mason. A great tip and steal by Beckress as Emerson Semplak comes away with it. Hits Mason in the corner, who drives. Slow steps her way through and scoops and scores. Rachel Mason, a good strong take on the baseline.
Yeah, you're right there. And again, it started with the defensive effort, creating more possessions for the West G on the board.
Winners thinks about it, fires, goes wide right, and Ava Boers tracks down the rebound. She's thinking about getting out and running.
And that's going to be a tough matchup there defensively.
Meckenbauer knocked the pass away. Peyton Winners dies on it. And with 5:30 to go, a foul on Semplak will give the ball back to the Pirates.
The toughest thing with Meckenbauer, again, she has that wingspan, that reach. I'm even sitting here as a short guy. Like, how would I get a pass if she's defending me like that? But it's clean basketball. She's using her size to her advantage.
I think the easy answer is you don't. A great hands there by, I believe that is Sens, forces the turnover. And the defense right now trying to put in some work, trying to handle this big size of Perry.
And that's what you have to do there defensively. You got to pretty much be a pest, essentially, and just get after the basketball. Good work there by West G, who's been pretty good defensively beyond the first possession.
Beckress Euro steps down the lane, misses. Mia Lynch the rebound.
Got to come to the ball.
Anybody.
Again, you can't hold out to the ball. High school basketball after, was it 5 seconds, 10 seconds?
10 seconds, yep. Winners trapped in the corner, finds Hopkins, who drives, goes up top to Meckenbauer, who collects and lays it in. A great pass from Aubrey Hopkins, to Emily Meckenbauer.
It's almost a cheat code being able to throw it in there. But the pass has to be good, too. You see the arcing pass
Absolutely.
up top there to make it. If it was a narrow pass, it would have been a turnover.
Sends the step back jumper, gets the friendly roll at home. 7-4 Pirates, 4:20 to go here in this first quarter.
Again, the last matchup between these two teams, West G settled in the second quarter, in the second half, but it was too late.
Hopkins, a great bounce pass to Lynch, who missed it, got her own rebound, and is fouled on the way up. And we'll have our first pair of free throws tonight from Mia Lynch, excuse me.
Yeah, it's a tough assignment in there defensively to be able to make the stop there. That's how you can contend.
Lynch has her first one rim out. And one thing I'm liking from West Geauga so far is they're not relying on their 21.10 rebound per game junior Phelan Beckrest right now. It's some of the other girls who are taking the charge offensively and defensively to get them to where they are right now. Obviously still some work to do, but not relying on just that one player as Mia Lynch splits her free throws.
And that's a great point, because if you can create more options, then defensively you can't crash on just one person. It's great to establish that early on, Cameron.
Boers as West Geauga trying to work through this 2-3 zone that Perry's playing up near that white volleyball line. Great ball fake from Boers.
Oh, near carry.
Mason looking for somebody. Finds Semplak. Dribbles into traffic. Ball stripped and stolen on the jump ball by Aubrey Hopkins.
It's a great effort defensively by Hopkins getting after that basketball.
Renee Mason and Gabby D'Onofrio are in for the Wolverines, and on the last time down for the Pirates, Bryn Trefscher checked in, number 10, is wide open on the wing. Great anticipation by Beckrest, despite not coming down with it. Trefscher is left wide open on the pump fake. Meckenbauer going to work, gets the lady scoop and score. 10-4 Pirates. Meckenbauer imposing her will.
That's a tough shot to make, too, and to be able to receive that pass, get that layup there. That's a great shot.
Beckrest trapped in that wing. Boers, way to come to the ball, finds Sens. Bounces down to Renee Mason, that is. As her and Trefscher both go on the ground. They don't call the jump ball, and Meckenbauer comes away with it.
I like the no call.
3-on-2. Great over-the-top pass finds its way to Hopkins, out to Trefscher. Sends it right back to Hopkins. Gets by D'Onofrio, Euro step. Lost it. Mason comes away with the takeaway. 2:43 to go here in this first quarter.
That was a great job close at the backside lane.
Sends skip pass. Boers had the room. Mason right back out. To Trefscher on the steal. Sends, falls. Trefscher running the court, catches. I think it was blocked by Boers.
It was.
Now Beckrest walks into the three. In and out. Rebound. Great rebound by Lynch.
I know the shot didn't fall, but I like the decision there. The transition defense forced the shot to be taken there instead of the pass to the inside.
That's a hard pass with Meckenbauer camping in the paint. It's going to be a hard pass to make. It sends another steal. D'Onofrio up ahead. Beckrest, little floater in the lane, missed it. Gets her own rebound, is knocked away and taken by Hopkins.
Got to get back if you're West G defensively, which they do.
They had a great opportunity. It's like a 3-on-2 break, but they chose to slow it. Lynch gets to the baseline, looking for somebody, bounces out. Trefscher, long two-pointer. It's good. Bryn Trefscher finds the open spot and knocks down the long two-pointer.
That's almost the danger that you have there from the last game. They want to make sure that Lynch is contained. All of a sudden, you have that outlet on the outside, wide open.
Mason, quick catch and float is good. 12-6. Pirates under a minute and a half to go in this first quarter. Good first quarter by both sides, I think.
Yeah, 100%.
On both sides of the ball.
Yeah, you're right. And it's just got to make sure the deficit doesn't expand even further. A great defensive effort there by West G.
It was a good entry pass, but Boers comes away with it as Lynch got essentially triple teamed under the basket on that entry. Boers and Sens replace spots. Sens pass knocked away and taken.
Perry's doing a good job interrupting those passing lanes. Got hands on all those passing lanes.
West Geauga, a couple ball fakes would make a difference. Savon's layup goes long. Lynch takes a spill. And a official's timeout as Phelan Beckgrass needs to tie her shoe.
Want to, of course, make sure everything's okay,
Mia
of
Lynch
course.
takes a spill, is in some pain as we will take a quick break here on CVC TV. Welcome back to CVC TV. Want to take a moment to commend the staff and fans here at West Geauga who jumped on the scene, and we want to wish Mia Lynch, give the Lynch family our best thoughts and prayers right now as they try to figure out the situation. As we are going to resume play here in a moment, we hope that everything goes over smoothly and she's able to return to play at some point this season. And you hate to see it, but obviously right now it's kind of bigger than basketball for the rest of this game.
Yeah, definitely. Of course, always tough no matter the injury,
Absolutely.
but obviously tough there. Wish you for the best.
And again, the staff here at West Geauga quickly on the scene of some fans and parents and such were quick to react to make sure that they were able to get down there and assess the situation. And I want to commend Coach Brandon Stewart and Athletic Director Coach Brandon Stewart and just everybody here to react quickly to what is a tense situation, of course.
It's always tough, too, because we talk about, like, these athletes are so good, but ultimately they're kids, and obviously you hope for the best each and every single game. Can't forecast any of these, obviously, but you're right. I mean, prayers, of course, sent that hope for the best today and future recovery.
Absolutely. 42.2 to go in this first quarter. 12-6 Pirates on top. As Hopkins able to enter to Peyton Winters. Great dump pass underneath. Beckenbauer adjusts, misses. D'Onofrio the rebound, looking to run. Pass telegraphed and stolen by Hopkins. Hopkins quickly the other way. Is fouled on the way up by Sens. And D'Onofrio will take a couple of free throws at the charity stripe with 28.4 to go.
Again, with Lynch being out now for Perry, so perhaps a different style of play. Definitely not going to have your big lineup really anymore. It's going to be more speed. And again, talking about those passing lanes that Perry's been able to take advantage of in the first quarter.
Yeah, you just wonder how that can come into play. Obviously, one of Perry's most experienced players. She's been a dominant force for them since I started covering the CVC when she was a freshman, and she's been, just so consistent for them. So we'll see how it plays out from here as Hopkins misses the first and gets the second. 13-6. Addie Flenner checking in for the Pirates.
And Hopkins has been very good at number 11. Just took those free throws with getting those steals.
Absolutely.
That's something West G's going to have to adjust to in this game.
And that zone as Semplak, a quick floater. That's a nice touch on it as Beckrest and Flenner get tied up underneath for a jump ball. Boris re-enters.
Always remind us this is our first CVC TV game.
Yes.
The power of the possession arrow.
Yes.
High school sports.
Adriana Pulser is in for the Pirates. I believe the lone senior on this very young side as Semplak and Hopkins again just creating more havoc defensively.
And that's something they're going to have to consider. Again, Aubrey Hopkins, who is a freshman, is doing a great job.
Absolutely.
Of creating those steals.
And Hopkins.
But just miscommunication there, Cameron.
On cue as the announcer jinx plays in the favor of the West Geauga Wolverines.
Hey, don't look at me. You're not about to get me in trouble in this town.
Mason, a good catch. Gets to the baseline. A couple of passes, finds his way to Sens. Beckrest at the horn. Off the front rim, bores the offensive rebound. Time expires, 13-6 Pirates as we head into the second quarter. And now that we have a break in play, we're going to take a second to thank our presenting sponsor of CVC TV, which is the Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery. Doctors Keith Schneider, Don Lewis, Joe Weber. Their specialties include dental surgery and implants, corrective jaw and facial surgery, and trauma reconstruction. For all of your oral surgery needs, visit the Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery website at ohsurgery.com. Thank you for your support of the Chagrin Valley Conference and CVC TV. Once again, that is www.ohsurgery.com. Double A, some first quarter thoughts. Obviously, pretty tight game and definitely a different style of game than it was the first time around. Obviously, first time around dominated by Lynch and really just the bigs of Perry. Now, tonight it's a bunch of other girls kind of getting in the mix.
Oh, definitely. You're spot on with that. Obviously, with Mia Lynch being out of the game, of course, last time these two played, she had 39 points. Now with the injury, we'll see how West G and Perry can adjust to that. Different game for the first time. Remember, Perry started the first game 14-0 run to start this game, as you mentioned, Cameron. So this is different. You got to keep these within striking distance.
As we're getting ready to start this second quarter of play, Beckrest goes into the backcourt to receive the inbounds and quickly makes a move. Hits Sens for the short jump shot. Missed it. Mason, good possession on the offensive rebound. Gets the bounce, shot's good, and one. That is Rachel Mason of the Mason sisters gets the and one.
Needed that. Absolutely needed that. They're getting good looks, West G, but it's just the shots aren't falling. So getting those second effort points is huge.
And those are momentum-changing plays. The and ones. She makes the free throw. Quick 7:48 to go. 13-9 Pirates. See how they respond to the quick momentum shift as West Geauga throwing a press into the mix.
Yeah, and why not at this point?
A quick thinking by Roy Infalvi Jr. of Perry to take a timeout. 7:39 to go, and we'll take a quick break here on CVC TV. Welcome back on CVC TV as AA and I catch our breath from this electric start to this second quarter. West Geauga gets the and one, converts it with Mason, and then forces a timeout, nearly that 10-second backcourt violation, but a good internal clock by Coach Infalvi Jr. to instinctively call the timeout and save his team a turnover.
And you're going to see, you kind of saw with the press there just a bit ago. Obviously, this offense for Perry is going to be a different ran offense, of course, without Lynch. See if we get more McIntyre there in the paint.
And she's had a pretty good start as she finds Hopkins. The intense pressure stays on as Savon fires and hits Sophie Savon, her second three-pointer of the game, and a quick response that the Pirates needed.
Again, only a sophomore, and Perry has a ton of ladies who can create offense.
Mason, a tough fading shot, almost got the roll with Meckenbauer defending. And a couple of girls had their hands on it last, but they stay off West Geauga and back to Perry it goes.
And just Meckenbauer just creates that trouble. But again, back to the press, which again, I like this decision defensively.
Absolutely, they go 3 passes up the court. Flenner misses long, sends the rebound. Boards over the head to Mason.
Again, West G offensively, they're getting decent looks. Now again, this is the
Absolutely.
matchup right here. Hopkins is attacking this passing lane, shooting off.
Great screen by Mason. Beckress into the lane. I believe fouled on the way up. Foul on Meckenbauer. 2 free throws coming for Phelan Beckress. 6:41 to go here in the second quarter.
Yeah, and Beckress did a great job there kind of getting past Hopkins a little bit.
She hits the first. Yeah, great job splitting that double team of Hopkins and Meckenbauer, getting into that third level of this zone that Perry's putting on.
Yeah, it's going to have to. Going to have to do that.
She gets them both, 16-11. Now Renee Mason is in as both Mason sisters remain on the court as Emerson Semplak will take a quick breather.
Now you got this press. You got an offensive player on the other side of the floor. Good pass.
Great heads up and a great over-the-top pass to her. Only Meckenbauer can catch it from Hopkins. And she pulls it out. Swing over to Winters, who triple threats, floats, misses. Meckenbauer through 3. Wolverines. Offensive rebound is called, and a foul is called, excuse me. Looks pretty clean to me, but they have better eyes, better look of it live than I do, and Meckenbauer will take a couple of free throws.
You know what? Love that offensive possession. Loved it, because you saw the adjustments with the press, the give and go, the give back, keeping things narrow there, and isolated the defenders out of those passing lanes.
They're really doing a great job of getting, just a couple passes to get, above the timeline, and then they get right into what they want offensively, their bread and butter on the inside with Meckenbauer, who splits. A couple girls fight for the rebound. It will go back to West Geauga. Adriana Polzer enters for the Pirates. So, all in all, a good foul. Only give up that 1 point. Essentially feels like a stop right now for West Geauga.
It feels like right now, West G, they're going to have to establish themselves offensively. if you're an outlet person, get a clean pass, but they can't.
So Savon, a great steal and quick pass to Trefsker, who misses the free throw. Meckenbauer, offensive rebound and stick back. Great response. Sends throws to nobody. Boers collects, fires to Beckrest. Gets inside, floats. Misses off the roll. Trefsker, the rebound. Heard Meckenbauer play catch closely.
They made it tough for Beckrest to get a clean shot.
Savon skip pass. Winters in between on the jump shot or the drive called for the travel. D'Onofrio re-enters.
You know, sometimes nobody ever intentionally travels.
No.
Except LeBron. I'm kidding. But you know, sometimes like your mind and body is moving. You don't even realize, oh no, I took that extra step.
Even sometimes it's just dragging the pivot foot. Something as small as that. Sends. Bryn Trefsker comes out of nowhere to tip that pass.
Now, Coach Stewart is telling his ladies, like, look, if you have that open opportunity, take the shot.
Yeah, they've had some open looks that they've passed up really in the second quarter, so a good recognition as Beckrest will fire. Strong as Polzer tracks down the rebound and it was Polzer, yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Tracks down the rebound and steps out of bounds.
Yeah, if you're at that outlet, because again, Perry's going after these turnovers aggressively. If you're at that outlet, take the shot.
Absolutely. You're going to have at least enough space to confidently shoot. Double dribble by D'Onofrio. Great pressure by Trefsker. Force another turnover.
Yeah, until, like, they're going to continue to clamp down until you establish yourself as an offensive threat.
West Geauga kind of backing out of that press a little bit. Winters this time knows what she wants to do with it. Gets down the lane. Lefty lay is good. Winters decisive that time. Gets down the lane and scores.
That's great handles by Winters.
Especially with the offhand. Beckrest dribbles it off her feet. Savon up ahead to Polzer, who passes intercepted by Boers. Great hustle by the junior. Sends out to D'Onofrio. Too strong. Beckrest fighting for the rebounds. And then we'll go back to Perry. Really a 50-50 call there.
Yeah, and again, I know the shot didn't go down, but you got to take those shots. You're open. You're right there. I mean, eventually those shots are going to fall.
Meckenbauer, the one-hand catch from Hopkins, who gets it back, goes down the lane, and floats. Timeout, Coach Stewart at West Geauga. 3:48 to go, 25-11. Wolverines on top.
Yeah, and what you're finding here so far, first off, Perry is having a phenomenal defensive game as far as getting those hands in, creating those turnovers. But, you know, West G right now, you know, you almost want somebody to come to the basketball. And then once they come to the basketball, if you got Perry double teaming you, come to the ball. And then if you're that outlet, take the shot. It's just, they're getting those good looks again. It just has to fall. They're just not getting the home bounce.
And the one thing for West Geauga, you know, last season, only 4 wins. And I wonder how much of, like, maybe the lack of confidence in the shots this team might have. Obviously doubling that win total up to 8 right now, sitting at 8-8. And a much improved season. And what Coach Stewart put to me in a preview I did for the Geauga, playing real varsity minutes like D'Onofrio we talked about a little bit. And so this is a get-right year and see what they can do the next couple of years.
But you know what, though? If they look at tape at this game, no matter the result, they're clearly good enough to compete in this game. They just need those shots to fall. But, again, defensively, Perry's doing an outstanding job on those passing lanes and creating defensive turnovers.
And not even to be passed, just playing good, sound defense as Meckenbauer snatched that out of the air. A lob from Winters rolls off of Trefsker, and Wolverines will get it back.
Tell you what, Coach Stewart, great hops. Tell you what, that ball is screaming.
And now we'll make sure that he invites us back for another CVC TV game. Mason looking for somebody. Great skip pass sends.
Right there, take that shot.
Pull-up jump shot. Short, but is fouled on the jumper, so she will shoot a pair of free throws here with 3:18 to go.
And that right there, great decision to take the shot. Hey, if the shots aren't falling find a way to the free throw line.
A good decisive move to just throw a quick ball fake, go strong hand dribble into a shot and get fouled from behind.
And that's a great point you bring up, too, because defensively, you're going to be that aggressive, then, yeah, those pump fakes are going to be huge, especially in the second half.
Sens makes the first. Flenner and I believe Savan have just checked in for Perry. In and out. Meckenbauer, the rebound. As West Geauga puts the press on after a miss, Mason gets the steal on the knockaway by Beckrest, who had her shot altered by Meckenbauer. Gets the rebound and goes glass on the fadeaway jump shot by Beckrest.
Now, again, if you're Perry offensively, stay on the attack again against this press. Move around the backside, get open.
Hopkins shakes Beckrest and bounces to Flenner for the score. 27-14 Pirates just have an answer for everything right now by West Geauga.
And the type of pass matters. The bounce pass, huge. Get it away from the passing lanes.
Sends another elbow jump shot. Misses that one. Mason the rebound. D'Onofrio fouled on the pass by, I believe, Aubrey Hopkins.
Foul carries number 11, Aubrey Hopkins. It'll be her first.
It's her first. One more free throw for West Geauga to be in the bonus. 2.5 to go. Sends the catch on the outlet.
Again, they're always doubling up at the top there on the three-point line.
Beckrest pivoting, looking for somebody. Runs into Hopkins, who steals. And on the breakaway, lays it in. The defense continuing to pester the Wolverines.
I'll tell you what, defensively, Hopkins is having an outstanding basketball game.
Or skip past D'Onofrio, confident. Misses. And Hopkins tracks down the rebound. Great lead pass up ahead to Winters. Lost it on the reception, and it will go back to the Wolverines. You know, West Geauga, minute 55 to go. Can you make a few shots down this stretch, get a few stops, see if you can really go into the half with some momentum?
That means that obviously that would be huge. Again, if Austin Carr was here, he would say, you know, got to get it to within single digits before halftime.
The entry from Semplak, great hustle by Beckrest to keep it in play. Finds its way to Mason and Hopkins, who tie it up as the Pirates take this jump ball.
I didn't mean to come down on Austin Carr. I actually like him.
It's a great,
well, he's right, though.
It's a catchphrase, right? Doesn't everybody have a catchphrase?
But it is true, though.
Absolutely.
Get it to within single digits here.
Absolutely. Meckenbauer quickly to Hopkins, whose bounce this time is stolen by Boers.
That time was rushed.
Maybe had a better look at the layup as opposed to the bounce pass there.
Right there, take it.
Great pass from Beckrest underneath to Sens, who scores. It's a 13-point game as they near that potential single-digit benchmark.
And again, they've had good looks. Now it's starting to fall, though. Free ball.
Hopkins to the pass into traffic. Semplak, great read to knock it away. Trefsker to the scores table is in for Hopkins.
Of course, this is where Perry's a little bit more deeper here as far as speed. So that could come into play.
Meckenbauer, the handoff to Savan, who jump passes to Winters on the drive. Out to Trefsker, great hands by Beckrest, but it finds its way right to Savan, who gives it right back to Trefsker for the score.
Great give and go. Great job there by the Pirates.
And great job by Beckrest to give a great pass to Savan. Sens dribbles into traffic. Savan, the steal up ahead. Trefsker, the layup, 33-16. 34 seconds to go in the first half.
And this is we'll talk about it at halftime. There's a major adjustment West Geauga needs to make offensively.
Boers, confident take is good. 20 seconds to go. Winters above the timeline. Drives out to Savan. Right back to Winters in the corner. Savan gets it right back. Thinks about it. Fires. Too strong. Flenner traced it down. And here comes Beckrest with the blazing speed down the court. Inside hand layup is no good. Trefsker the rebound. That'll end the first half. 33-18. Perry on top at the break. A great closing few minutes there for the Pirates.
Yeah, great job. And again, Perry, of course, adjusting. You know, obviously, if you just join us, Mia Lynch injury during the first quarters. So, again, different adjustment for Perry offensively, but they are really, really attacking, especially with the double teams defensively, and they're getting clean looks on the offensive side of the ball, too. West G, I think the one major adjustment they have to make, they're playing good ball, and they're getting good shots. What I would like for them to do, Perry is continuing to double and crash in there. It's imperative for West G. They got to have the ladies come to the basketball. If you're in trouble, you can't be in no man's land, and Perry wants to trap West G at the top of the key each and every single time, and you have somebody like Aubrey Hopkins stealing the ball every single time and scoring on the other end, so you got to do something to adjust that. Make it easier for your teammates if you're West G.
Absolutely. And to your point, West Geauga trying to kind of get into the mix for the Chagrin Division title. If Perry wins tonight, they've really all but sealed it up. They've got 2 conference games left against Orange and Hawken to officially win out the conference outright and go undefeated in conference play. So we'll see how the adjustments make a difference in this second half. Obviously, like you mentioned, West Geauga is good enough. They have made a really big jump from last year to this year as far as just how good they are as basketball players. And we've seen parts of that in this first half. I just think they have to kind of put some of the pieces together in the second half to really just make a good run at this 15-point deficit.
Yeah, and you made a great point. I know we're going to break here for halftime in a sec. You made a great point, though. Watching this West G team, you would not believe they only won 4 games last year. You would not believe it. 8-8 coming in here, but overall 5-2 second in the conference. But yeah, it's all confidence, right? You're getting the good looks. For whatever reason, the shots just are not going down. But if you run a good offense and you get those good looks and you are disciplined offensively, you make that extra effort, 32 minutes, both coaches talked about it, 32 minutes of play, then you're going to see some success. And before you know it, you could have a 6, 7, 8-0 run, and you're right back in this ball game.
Double A with a 6-7 reference as we
I
are going
can't
to
believe
take
it.
a quick break
I didn't mean to do it.
here on CVC TV for halftime.
He cut my mic off. I can't believe that.
Welcome back to CVC TV. Cameron Palmer, AA, Anthony Alford here with you as we're getting ready to wrap up halftime as the Perry Pirates hold a 33-18 lead over the West Geauga Wolverines. AA, some first half thoughts and some adjustments for the second half.
First of all, these halftimes are quick. Forgot how quick these halftimes are. Well, I mean, again, the adjustment here, West Geauga, kind of what we talked about going into the break. Help out your teammates. That's really what you got to do on the offensive side. If Perry's going to continue to pressure, got to create that second option, come to the basketball. And for Perry, keep at it. Keep what you're doing. Defensively, they've had an outstanding first half. So just keep at it and be ready because West Geauga's going to come out firing here to start this third quarter.
You mentioned the quick halftime. You spent time making a 6-7 joke as Beckrest.
I did not.
He's lying to you folks as sends on the baseline drive out to Boers, swings it over Beckrest for three. Good again, Phelan Beckrest, top of the key three. Good start for the Wolverines.
And quick outlets, quick passing, that's huge.
Meckenbauer takes a crash into the wall. Winters comes away with the rebound. Miss it herself. Boers tracks down the long rebound. Boers quickly to Sens. Can't get the bounce. Meckenbauer the rebound.
A good decision by Perry. I was going to say slow it down.
Great hands by Beckrest to knock it away as she pulls up and hits back-to-back buckets for Phelan Beckrest to start this third quarter.
And again, we just talked about it. West Geauga's going to come out firing here. I would like for Perry, slow it down just a bit once you get across the timeline.
Beckrest, her hands making a difference again. Steal the spin. The lay won't go. Meckenbauer the rebound. Beckrest.
There you go. Good defense.
Missed a shot, came right back and forced another turnover. Now, Coach Stewart saying to slow it up just a little bit. Getting overzealous here.
That's fine. Now you got man-to-man here. But again, watch those hands.
Beckrest able to corral the tipped pass. Takes a screen. Good baseball pass to Mason. Rachel Mason, that is. A push by Meckenbauer, I believe. It is. It's Meckenbauer second. Adriana Pulser is in for Trefsker. 6:26 to go.
Keep those hands active if you're Perry. And those passing lanes, just like you were in the first half.
Beckrest able to somehow corral another ball as Mason gets inside the paint, fights for her own rebound, and eventually Aubrey Hopkins will come away with it. And a good up-ahead pass to Savon, who skips to Pulser. Right back to Hopkins. Great hands by Beckrest, and great hands by Hopkins. Back the other way. Savon the lob right up to Meckenbauer, who scores.
Man, that's just not fair, right? Two great defensive plays back-to-back. And then Perry able to take advantage with Meckenbauer.
Somebody you can't defend, essentially.
No, especially not on the open floor. It's really tough.
Sens gets tied up. And Beckrest with a step before the dribble and a turnover. West Geauga.
So this is the point right here where this is a critical moment of the game here. Couple of possessions not going West G's way. Mindset-wise, where are they at? Where are they at right now? This is a growth opportunity.
The momentum swings. The first two possessions were great. These last couple, not so much as Pulser being pressured underneath.
Good cut.
Great pass, great cut. Missed the layup as Savon, but a great take. Sends quickly to Boers. Skip pass. Beckrest going to fire. Splash! Phelan Beckrest with her second triple of the third quarter. It's a 9-point game.
She knew the moment that ball left her hands, it was going down.
And you mentioned right before we cut off, getting that score down to single digits. They do. Emerson Semplak, good hands. Boers up ahead. Beckrest inside finish. Shot's good. And the foul. She crashes into the wall. The momentum is shifting here at AA.
That was fantastic. Clean play across the board, but that was fantastic.
And how about the inside hand finish, which is so tough, but when used in the right situation is so pretty in the game of basketball.
It's pretty, and it's the right move. It's the best move to make. And don't look now, 7-point game.
In and out. Long rebound comes to Beckrest. Great skip pass all the way to Boers. Mason gets into the paint. Savon knocked it away.
And this is the importance of coming to the ball. Even though you had hands in the passing lane, come to the basketball.
Pass too high for Semplak, carries to Meckenbauer for the steal. Winners. Gets inside the arc. And the skip pass out to Savon, over to Hopkins. Winners gets in the other corner. And now a wall of Meckenbauer, a seal essentially. Hopkins misses, and Beckrest looking to go quickly. Loses it. Hopkins diving on it.
Way to get after it there, Hopkins.
Been doing that all night long. Here comes Meckenbauer in the open court. We'll hand off to Savon. A great pass by Savon. Meckenbauer missed it, sends the rebound. The animated Brandon Stewart calling for them to slow it.
I didn't like Meckenbauer rushing that shot. She had a good look there. Just control and put the ball in.
Savon knocked it in the backcourt, sends, collects. West Geauga retains possession. Sends it inside.
Thought maybe perhaps you would have had a foul there. That's what West G's arguing.
Coach Stewart looking for it, not going to get it. 3:20 to go, 35-28. Perry on top. Great response here in this third quarter, though, by West Geauga to get back into this game.
Definitely, but they got to stay on it, too.
Can't let
Perry got to maintain their aggressiveness offensively.
Winners gets through the defense with a jump shot is missed. Semplak the rebound. Trefsker falls.
Maybe it's just that basket. Shots just can't
Must
fall.
be, because now it's the same way for Perry as it was West Geauga in the first half. Beckrest trying to get in her duffel bag. Step through, looking for the foul, not going to get it. Good defense by Hopkins.
Yeah, I thought that was clean, honestly.
And now Perry, during that 10-second violation, Coach Infalvi the timeout, a full timeout, and that'll give us a chance to thank the presenting sponsor of CVC TV, which is the Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery, Drs. Keith Schneider, Don Lewis, and Gio Weber. Their specialties include dental surgery and implants, corrective jaw and facial surgery, and trauma reconstruction. For all of your oral surgery needs, visit the Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery website at www.ohsurgery.com. We thank them for their support of the Chagrin Valley Conference and CVC TV. Once again, that is www.ohsurgery.com. We thank them for their support of the Chagrin Valley Conference and CVC TV.
Perry talked about coming into this game, their coaching staff playing consistently through all four quarters, 32 minutes. And this is the point right here where it is crucial. Offensively, can they get that spark back? Can they create open opportunities? It seems like because of West G's pressure defensively, either Perry is offensively is kind of stagnant a little bit right now. And when they are getting the good looks, they're rushing the good looks. So they got to find that middle ground, Cameron.
And you bring up a great point. A 10-2 run by the Wolverines out of the break. This is very similar to the first game. It was a nice, comfortable Perry lead at the half back on December 16th. And then, it ends up being a 6-point game when it's all said and done. And this is kind of how West Geauga did it, just hitting threes, creating pressure, creating turnovers. We'll see if they can kind of replicate and maybe come out on top this time. As Hopkins able to break the press.
Keep those arms out defensively there. Establish that position.
No Meckenbauer here for Perry. Beckrest called for the foul as Hopkins will go to the free throw line. Meckenbauer is out with 3 fouls. Want to note.
I'm going to tell you right now, Hopkins only a freshman. She's going to be a problem.
She already is a problem.
To come.
Left the first one short. It's a point. She already has been a problem really this whole season, and you haven't seen Perry from the beginning of the year to where they are right now. this whole team has really grown. Obviously, a regional finalist last season and maybe poised to get back there as Hopkins misses them both. Maybe a big swing coming here for West G.
Yeah, West G is so important. You got to work as a unit here, come to the basketball, move without the ball.
Mason, catch and shoot. Too strong. Savannah, great job to corral the rebound. And Hopkins out on the run.
She didn't get all her legs in there to create a good, clean shot.
Savannah over to Winters, who drives the baseline, muscles inside. Great pass to Pulser, who misses. And Rachel Mason, that is, on the rebound, number 22. Backrest. It's the Boers screen. Swings it over, sends in the corner.
Get
Boers
that outlet.
gets to the middle, bounce pass. Renee down to Rachel. Renee the save. Great find to her sister. Too strong off the glass. Renee comes down with it. Another strong take. Rachel on the ground with it.
Hold out to the ball, forced to jump, but
A jump. And the ball will stay with West Geauga.
I'll say this officials, they're letting them play.
Check that. It'll go back to Perry. I didn't see a definitive signal. Buck 22 to go.
Seems like we've been locked in with this score for a little while.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if, how does that next basket really shift the momentum in the favor of the scoring team as we work towards the fourth quarter. Winners have the pass knocked away as Pulser collects.
Good job using the hands in the passing
Burrows
lane.
inside. A grown woman move by Meckenbauer. Shot's good, plus the foul.
That's a big play for her, huge play for her. Again, if you just join us, Mia Lynch, their other major player out with injury earlier in the game. So Perry not running their normal big lineup. Huge basket.
We mentioned the big momentum change, obviously, momentum swing of a play. Meckenbauer misses, Beckrest the rebound, and she looking to push. Goes right down the lane, righty scoop, won't go. Meckenbauer the rebound. 53 seconds to go.
Again, defensively, get right back at it. Great work.
Great hands by Beckrest. Knocked that ball out of bounds.
And this is part of the growing process. The shots, even if you take a great shot, if it doesn't fall, get right back on it defensively.
Perry breaks the press. Savon gets into the middle. Fouled from behind by Beckrest. And the Pirates will have it out of bounds. Be Beckrest's second foul. 41.9 to go. Savon trying to enter it inside to Meckenbauer. Boers clears. Swings it over. Beckrest from downtown. Connects! Phelan Beckrest from downtown.
Made it from that spot earlier in this quarter. Second time.
Trefsker to answer. Goes long. And to your point, she was a few feet deeper than she was earlier in the quarter. And confident shot. It's a 6-point game here with just under 21 to go.
By the way, don't look now.
21 seconds, that is.
If West G makes a three, it's a one-possession game, potentially going into the fourth quarter.
And they roll the ball up the court to save time. And Trefsker commits the foul as Double-A with a laugh. To my left.
Because I love the defense. If you're going to roll the ball up like that, I get it. Save time. But
some teams think it's disrespectful and, kind of a
no, you're not going to take that.
Foul. Yeah,
you're not going to take that. I like that. That's why I chuckled a little bit.
Impose the will. Beckrest, great strip pass to Sens. Off the front iron. Savon on the run. Little spin move, floats. Gets the friendly bounce. 39-31. 3 seconds. Beckrest from midcourt. Off the glass, Meckenbauer.
I was going to say, that was within time, too. Meckenbauer would have made that.
After three, Perry on top, 39-31. Strap in, folks, here on CVC TV. We've got an 8-point game heading to the fourth quarter.
That was a great quarter by both of those teams.
Welcome back to West Geauga High School here in Chesterland, Ohio on a absolutely frigid Wednesday evening as the Perry Pirates and West Geauga Wolverines are in a single-digit contest. 8-point Pirates lead AA. Some final thoughts before we get this fourth quarter rolling?
I don't know why you said frigid. It's in the 30s, which means here in Cleveland, we're in a heat wave.
Especially compared to the last couple of days.
Yes.
The Wolverines get it entered. Perry back in that little high 2-3 zone. Great skip pass from Beckrest to Semplak.
I like the decision there defensively there, Cameron.
Polzer the steal as the Pirates come the other way. Trefsker bounce pass to Hopkins, blocked by Boers, who clears.
Yeah, great work by Boers there, footwork-wise. That's a hard play to make defensively, but she slid over, got the arms up.
Boers skip pass. The Invisible Man has made a appearance here on CVC TV. 7:29 to go.
Invisible Man had a triple-double last. I'm kidding. But no, again, it makes it tough when your defense is on it. Communication makes it tough. Now back to the press here for West G.
Rifles it over to Winners, who finds Polzer underneath. Good catch, good score. Adriana Polzer with the finish. Way to break that. One thing Perry has done exceptionally well is break that press.
100%.
A couple passes and they're getting a shot up as Beckrest returns the favor on the block with the right-handed lay.
Gonna have to do it again, though, with the press.
Winners lost it. They say off the hands of Beckrest.
That's the right call.
Stay with Perry. Brandon still really looking for that changing of the call, but not going to get it. Hopkins goes east to west. It's across half court. Sens takes a spill. Meckenbauer the catch. Out to Hopkins. Good decision. Goes right down the lane and scores.
Excellent work there.
Hopkins with confidence to just catch and get right to her spot and score. Semplak thought about it, being pressured hard by Trefsker. Mason is bumped and fouled. And Brandon Stewart being told to calm down by the referees as he is very animated on the near sideline.
Well, obviously you want to, you root for your team.
Absolutely. As Beckrest catches, is pulled down and fouled. 6:14 to go as the junior will step to the free throw line.
Of course, a 6-2 run.
Which feels it almost could be the decisive run of this game. West Geauga was cut it down to 6 and haven't been able to muster up offense since then. They cut it down to 8 as Beckrest makes them both. So these last 6 minutes play out. Great hands by Mason. Hopkins trying to step through. Jump ball called. That should go back to Perry.
But kind of what we talked about in the first half on West G side, this is where you do want somebody else to come to the basketball so you are not in that kind of trouble.
Yep. Meckenbauer
Good
tries
hands.
to find Winners. Mason knocks it away to her sister. Hopkins this steal and comes right back and scores. A defensive menace to society.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Beckrest gonna fire. Too strong. Mason crashes the rebound. Fighting for the rebound. Beckrest picks it, bounces to Mason, who gets the bounce. Back to an 8-point game. 5:30 to go.
That was a great defensive effort and a great offensive response there.
Hopkins with a 3-on-1. Bounces to Meckenbauer, who runs the floor and scores. That comes Sens. This pace is picking up.
Good steal.
Strefsker the steal. Great lead pass up ahead to Hopkins, who finishes a 12-point lead now for the Pirates, under 5 to play.
And a couple quick scores coming off of defense in transition.
Hopkins, another steal. And as I mentioned, just a menace defensively tonight. And something we talked about getting ready for this game was Perry is so great, like being a multifaceted offense.
Oh, definitely.
They're
you
great in
multiple
sets.
options.
They're great in getting out in transition, which has obviously been the real big difference tonight, is their ability to get out in transition.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And keep on getting after those pass lanes. And here in the second half, just hands.
Beckrest with the great hands. Ball caroms to D'Onofrio, who dribbles it off her shoes. Coach Stewart gets the quick timeout, 30-second timeout. Stay here. 4:36 to go, 12-point game.
Yeah, this is one of those, again, one of those growth moments, opportunities. I like what I've seen here from Perry, though. Like, again, collapsing on the defensive side and all game long getting those hands in those lanes. And really, West G offensively, these last few minutes, they've just been out of sync in terms of finding a good option to get those shots down and to take those shots.
Absolutely. They've been able to weather that West Geauga storm that had this a 6-point game just a couple of minutes ago. And, now looking up at a 12-point hole, 4.5 to go. How do you kind of manage these last couple of minutes, see if you can't cut back into it a little bit?
I'm going to give you an answer that, like, oh, duh. But it's literally one possession at a time. I mean, honestly, the way the game's played, if you play it well, you're not even paying attention to the score.
No.
But and that's how they got back into the game in the third quarter.
Sends, dribbles into traffic, and steps out of bounds. Great trap by Meckenbauer and Trefsker to force another turnover.
Yeah, that's almost impossible. If you get trapped right there at the top of the paint against two taller ladies, yeah, good luck. Yeah, that's backcourt.
And a good recognition of the backcourt violation that slipped right past me. So
yeah, it was 1
call
foot.
By this official.
Yeah, 1 foot behind the timeline.
Hopefully West Geauga can go points to turnover to points as Semplak catches and fires. Misses. And taken by Savan. Flenner. Catches, yeah. Tries to jump stop and travels.
Yeah, even though Beckrest didn't get the turnover.
Forced the turnover, essentially, instead
Yeah.
of getting the steal. Beckrest. A 3-2 zone. It looks maybe 2-1-2 kind of a look. Boar's skip pass to Beckrest, who sends Mason the drive. Shot altered by Flenner as Semplak comes in to tie up Meckenbauer to keep possession for the Wolverines. 3:47 to go.
And even without Lynch in this ball game due to injury, this is the bread and butter of their big defense here, Perry, their big lineup.
Sends with the catch. Pump fake gets to the elbow and misses the jumper.
I mean, how do you poke holes inside that zone defense?
It's so hard, especially with the size that Perry has. You can't, the passes just have to be so crisp, like that Savan dime to Trefsker. Grabs the offensive board. And eventually the ball caroms out of bounds to go back to West Geauga.
Because what's happening, too, when you get into that zone, you're trying to find a spot to get in and get that ideal shot. There's so much clock coming off the scoreboard as well.
Mentioned the clock, 3:20 to go, 12-point game. And speaking of blood on Meckenbauer, I believe.
On the lip.
Yep. Hard to notice on the red jersey, but
Hard to notice even as a player sometimes, too. This is like, wait, what? But it is the job of the officials to spot that.
And a great
Of course,
notice
get
there
that treated.
by the Geauga County Dog Warden, Mr. Matt Granito. We'll talk about it later.
Okay.
Pull-up jumper by Beckrest, in and out. Adriana Polzer, the rebound, who just checked in for Meckenbauer. Trefsker up quickly. Good skip pass by Savant over to Polzer for three. She's going to Flenner for three. Ball tipped in Karam to Semplak, who spins past Hopkins. Sends down the lane, floats, misses, gets her own rebound. Bunch of hands on the ball. Hopkins wraps it up.
It almost feels like we got to take a shot like that, like you're just throwing the ball into a wall.
Yeah. Even with Meckenbauer not in there, that Perry defense is just clustering the lane, making any layup tough, as Coach Infalvi will take a 30-second timeout with 2.5 to go in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, and he talked about coming into this game. Actually, you go. I didn't know if you had to do the sponsor.
We'll go ahead and get into this fourth quarter. While we have a second, we'd like to thank the presenting sponsor of CVC TV, which is the Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery, Drs. Keith Schneider, Don Lewis, and Joe Weber. Their specialties include dental surgery and implants, corrective jaw and facial surgery, and trauma reconstruction. For all of your oral surgery needs, visit the Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery website at www.ohsurgery.com. Thank you for your support of the Chagrin Valley Conference and CVC TV. Again, that is the www.ohsurgery.com.
So, of course, Perry faced a Minter in the last game. One of the things they learned from that game, Minter brought a completely different set of defensive pressure.
Meckenbauer gets deep in the lane, turns and floats. 51-37, Perry. Maybe the proverbial nail in the coffin with 2:20 to go in the fourth quarter. Mason. Skip pass picked and stolen by Hopkins. I think safe to assume she's over 10 steals tonight.
Oh, yeah. And aided by the zone defense.
Winters down the lane, travels. And you mentioned the Perry-Mentor game. Obviously, Mentor, really in all sports, one of the best schools around in all sports, especially girls basketball this season, is uber talented. And I think a great test for Perry to have before a really important conference game just 2 days ago.
Oh, huge. I mean, you want to have a schedule where you are loading up with good competition.
Mason
see where you measure up.
For breathing room, can't find any. Ball out of bounds, back to Perry.
And, of course, it helps conditioning-wise because Minter has like 300 kids on each of their teams. So, like, at least it helps with conditioning, too.
Trefsker walks it up, stops, and finds Savan, who bounces inside to Meckenbauer, who's feasting on the inside on the drop step. 53-37. Beckrest's going to fire. Got bumped on her way up. No foul. Ball goes out of bounds and back to SG.
And again, Perry talking about playing playing all 32 minutes and executing, even though they're going to win this game, you still got to finish the game strong.
You don't want to give SG any more life than what they've had in this second half. Meckenbauer knocks Sense to the ground again. Good skip pass from Hopkins to Winters, dribbling into traffic. Right back out to Hopkins. A minute to go.
Great communication, calling for the ball, getting her teammate out of trouble.
Movement as Winters down the lane. Mason the rebound. Looking to push. Pass knocked away. Unable to corral it is Hopkins, but the most active hands tonight in this gym.
How many times has she touched the ball defensively? I mean, even though it's not going to count as a steal, but interrupting possessions.
North of 10 steals and probably near 20 deflections tonight. Great hands by Trefsker on the reach around.
Yeah, Tresker's doing a great job as well defensively.
Meckenbauer looking for somebody. Ball off the hands of Tresker, carries to Hopkins, who throws an elbow and descends, taking the brunt end of that foul. 30.6 to go.
Yeah, unintentional. He's going to make sure, obviously, play a clean game.
Physical game, of course.
And again, it's sports. It's going to be physical. You just want to make sure everything's clean.
Hopkins will enter the ball to Winners, right inside to Meckenbauer, who misses and bores the rebound up ahead to Beckrest. Gets into the paint, fades, in and out. Meckenbauer the rebound. The off-ball foul, I believe, by Beckrest, her fourth. 11.5 to go.
Yeah, this should probably do it, of course, here. A lot of learning experiences for both of these teams, which we'll talk about before we call it a day here tonight.
West Geauga still staying in the pressure. And that will do it tonight on CVC TV. Your final score, Perry 53, West Geauga 37, as the Pirates with a strong fourth quarter run to put this game on ice. AA.
Yeah, definitely. Perry, what a great game for them. Defensively, really, really impressive. Almost the entirety of the game, handling business. And, of course, they faced a little adversity with West G to start that third quarter. But offensively, they were able to come through. Of course, for Perry in their future, we hope for the best for Mia Lynch, who suffered an injury during the first quarter. So hoping for the best there. But a great win across the board for Perry. And for West G, I know they probably felt as a team certain calls on the floor didn't go their way, but I thought they grew up in front of us.
Absolutely.
I mean, in terms of effort across the board, loved how they came out to start the third quarter. What they're going to have to do going forward, they're going to have more of those ladies. It's a growing team, so they're going to have opportunities to do so. But who's going to be some of the other scoring creators for their West G offense going forward? I think if they can solve that, they're going to be off and running. But two young teams. We barely talked about seniors today, so they're both going to be back, obviously, to close out this season and moving forward. But I thought a great game overall, but, of course, Perry earned that W, Cameron.
Absolutely. The Pirates get to 11-3 and 8-0 overall and in the Chagrin Valley Conference Chagrin Division. This win all but locks up their Chagrin Division championship. The Wolverines fall to 8-9 and 5-3 overall and in the conference. And that'll do it for us tonight on CVC TV. Cameron Palmer, AA. Had a great time calling this game tonight for you folks. Hope you guys enjoyed. We'll see you next time on CVC TV.